everyone, so I thought today we would do a kind of basic baby buys slash just your kind of everyday essentials that I have found to be really useful. Now, I'll be the first to admit it, I have only been a mum for 3.5 months and you know, my knowledge is not particularly vast. But somebody did point out that it was good for me to be able to recommend things because I'm kind of in the thick of it. And if you're somebody that's expecting and you're trying to see what to buy, I'm kind of going stage by stage so I can see what I'm using, what I'm not using. Versus, like somebody pointed out that their mum kept giving them advice and she was like, you know, my mum had a baby 30 years ago, things are completely different, brands are different, all of that kind of thing. Some of the things in here are brand specific, some are just general recommendations. I've written a little list on my phone, and what I'm going to do as well is I'm going to link everything that I've mentioned down below. So do check the description box. I promise I will put everything nice and organised in the description box for you, so you can go and have a little look as well. But the first thing that I wanted to say to you is to do with baby clothes. I know it's really exciting and you want to go and buy really cute little baby bits, and I did that as well, and people will always buy you little baby bits and people buy you things that are really cute, but when you actually have a small baby, and I'm talking like really newborn here, I'm not talking about like how the things that Lola can wear now are very different to the things that she could wear when she was a tiny baby. When they're tiny babies, personally, and everything I say in this video obviously is just personally, like it's not a rule, it's not a judgment, it's like entirely up to you, it's what worked for me. But I just felt like it was kind of pointless putting her in separates. It was more of a faff. It's just easier to put them in babygrows, and I think they just look really cute in it. I think it's a little bit more comfy for them, and she just seemed to like those. So your kind of starter pack things, I think, are just babygrows. Buy the multi-pack ones, literally from like Tesco's and Asda, do really lovely ones. They're really nice quality. Buy like nice patterned ones or coloured ones for during the day, and then I really like the just plain white ones in the evening, and I think babies look so scrumptious in just the plain white ones. Asda in particular do a pack of plain white ones. I'll see if I can find them on their website and I'll link them down below for you, but they're kind of like a round neck one, and I think they look like they're quite comfy. They're really like nice soft material as well, and to just pop them in those to sleep in, I think they look really cosy and really like angelic and lovely. They're easy to just pop on and off. You can always also buy a few packs of just like, you know, vests. So don't buy the ones with the sort of sleeves. They're a little bit annoying and they get bunched up underneath things, I find. If you're intending them to go underneath things, just buy the vest ones. You can put that and a baby girl on over the top. They're warm enough, they're nice and secure. I feel like it kind of keeps their nappy nice and secure as well. And they just look really sweet in them. And you don't want to buy loads of them. Literally just buy a few. You'll be washing loads of clothes all the time for them anyway. And just put them in those for sort of the first like month or so. To be honest, I think probably till about like 6 weeks or so, Lola was just in babygrows. I just find it a lot easier, and I think it kind of is just a little bit more comfy for them, and they're all bunched up anyway. You don't really get to see what they're wearing when you're trying to put different pieces on them, and they get agitated when you're changing them and stuff like that. It's just not worth it, and they grow out of things so quickly as well. So don't buy loads, buy sort of like a newborn size. And then I was having to buy Lola the tiny baby size. She was a very small baby when she was born. She was £5.9. So kind of maybe don't buy them straight away. See what the kind of prediction weight wise for your baby is, and then buy them in the size that you need, because literally there were babygrows that I think she wore once or twice and grew out of, so that does happen. Then the next thing I wanted to tell you was muslin cloths. Okay, you cannot have enough of these. Now my baby has reflux, and she also now is slightly teething, I think, and she's a little bit dribbly. So muslins are a godsend. It doesn't matter how many you think you need more. You need loads of them. You pretty much go through one every feed. If your baby has reflux, they're essential. If they don't have reflux, they still have spit up and you need to wipe stuff, and they're just so useful. Just chuck them in a hot wash, they're good to go. I've got loads of different ones. I like these sort of like design ones. I think this one was from Tesco's. You can get them from like Asda, anywhere like that, Mothercare. I will say these types of ones with the sort of textured patterns on them, These are like the Winnie the Pooh ones. I'm less keen on these. I don't think they're as kind of nice feeling, but just buy tons of them. You will use them, trust me. I've bought loads more since having her. Then one other thing I wanted to tell you was to do with nappies. So this is like a tip and a recommendation. Don't buy loads of tiny size baby nappies. People told me to do that for some reason, and I did, and then I ended up with loads that she'd grown out of. Like, she's wearing size 2 nappies now. So don't buy loads and loads. I know it's tempting to stockpile, but don't, because they do grow out of things quickly and you've wasted money. Which brings me on to the next point. I know some people are like ride or die fans of Pampers. They will only have branded nappies. If you want to do that and you're happy to do that, that's absolutely fine. I did buy them at the beginning, and then I realised that there wasn't any point. The supermarket owned brand nappies are just as good, in my opinion. The Aldi ones are particularly great, and I also like the Tesco's ones, and the Morrisons ones are good as well, as are the Asda ones, I think. So for example, these are the Morrisons ones, and these are the Asda ones. The Asda ones are a little bit softer, so I feel like they're kind of a little bit more flimsy. But these ones, the Morrisons ones, are really good as well, because they've kind of got that lining in the middle, which is quite thick, and then you just pop the frills out, you know the drill, and they're really absorbent, and they're really inexpensive. I wouldn't bother spending a lot of money on nappies. Like, you go through them so quickly, and it's just... It's a false economy. Like, I don't think they make them feel drier for any longer either. Then the next thing I wanted to tell you was round neck bibs. So everybody seems to favour these type of bibs. This one is really, really cute. Dumbo. And they look really sweet on them, and they sort of make them look like Woody from Toy Story. But I don't think these bibs are very effective. I think they bunch up. Babies' necks are always like quite receded into their shoulders. And I don't know, I just don't think they're particularly effective. I don't really get why these bibs are such a thing. I think just because they look cute, but they're not very effective at catching sick and when you're feeding them, that kind of thing. I do put a bib on Lola every time I feed her, because she is messy, and because, like I said, she has reflux. But I prefer these type ones. This one was just from TK Maxx, but you can get packs from like Tesco's, Asda, anywhere like that. They've got velcros or little clips, and I think these just keep them cleaner and are just a lot more comfy for them as well. I think these just like, they go all bunched under their necks, and I feel like it's not very comfy. Then also water wipes. Somebody messaged me on Instagram and asked about this. Are they actually worth it? You know, should I be using them? They really are worth it. I bought loads of them when they were on offer in Tesco's recently, but they just are worth it. Number one, they stay wet for a really, really long time. They don't dry out like other wipes do. At the beginning, I thought, oh, they're a false economy. I'm not spending like nearly £3 on a packet of wipes. But as soon as I started using these, we've never ever had any nappy rash ever again. I don't need to use any cream. I don't need to do anything. These work so, so well for it. You can use them for when they're tiny babies as well. If you want to go down the whole cotton wool route, you're, you know, more than like right to do so. I didn't do that purely because I've got a bit of a weird phobia of cotton wool. I really, really, really don't like I can do pads, but I don't like the gross. So yeah, we use these and we absolutely love them. They are fantastic. They're worth every penny, and when they're on offer, just wait till they're on offer and just stock up on them, and you won't regret it. Like, they're just the best thing from the beginning. Then what else do I have on my list? The Angelcare sensor mat. So I didn't bring this to show you because it's a whole thing, it's from under the mattress and stuff, and I don't want to go and get it out. But I will link it down below for you. I got mine from Very, I think it was, and it's just a sensor mat. Now, we didn't get this when she was a newborn. I sort of was like, you don't need it. You do, because don't underestimate how anxious you're going to feel about, are they still breathing when you go to sleep at night? It's a weird thing, and you will want the peace of mind. It's expensive. I think I got it when it was in the sale for 160, so that wasn't too bad. But it's basically came with the camera monitor, the actual camera, and the sensor mat. And what it does, it detects movement and their breathing, and it will alarm you if something's wrong. And the peace of mind is just an absolute godsend. We love it now. We would not be without it, and I wish I'd got it from when she was born, so I really do recommend that. I was going to kind of put that in a video. I'm going to do like a big buys video of like bed and that kind of thing, but I thought I'd give that a mention in this because it really is an essential. The Tommy Tippy Perfect Prep machine as well. Just make sure you clean the pipes and buy a filter when you need to buy a filter, but that's been an absolute godsend, and you can buy those fairly inexpensively as well. Look on like Facebook Marketplace and stuff like that as well. They tend to have them quite often, but that's just a lifesaver when you're making up the bottles, if you are bottle feeding, that is. And then one more thing to do with nappies as well, I wanted to mention. Nappy sacks. Recommendations for specific brands would be the Lidel or the Aldi ones. The Aldi ones are actually a bit better. I think they smell a bit better, but don't buy the Tesco's ones because the packaging's a bit annoying. I like this kind of plastic packaging. I think that's more convenient, so that's that. And then also these changing mats. This one is just from Home Bargains, and they're just these sort of like, you know, really inexpensive. I think it was like a £5. And I've got loads of these. I've got a changing station downstairs. I've got a changing station in her bedroom as well, and then at night I just bring into our bedroom. And then I've also got a this one in the bathroom, and what that's good for is before she has a bath, I like to lie her on that on the floor, and she has a little play, and I'll take her nappy off and let her just have a little play, and she loves it. It's like one of her most favourite times of day. So have these scattered around the house. They're really inexpensive. Aldi and Lidl both do baby events quite frequently, and they have them for £3.99, and they have really cute designs as well. So pick them up when you're buying stuff there as well. They do really good baby bits in there in general, actually. Then what else did I want to tell you about? Dummies and bottles. Don't buy loads of the same ones thinking, oh, they're nice, I'll buy those. You don't know which ones your babies are going to like, and they are vastly different. I bought a couple of different dummies. She didn't get on with some of them, and what we've ended up with are these, which are the Mom ones. These are the like naught upwards ones, and they're really cute little designs. She's got the pink ones, and she's got these like little clear ones. They come in these little sterilizer things, and Lola really seems to like these particular ones. If you don't want to give your baby a dummy, don't. I kind of didn't feel either way about it, but what I did end up doing was, because she has reflux, I felt like it kind of did help her a little bit, and kind of the sucking action calmed her. So in the end she does have a dummy. She doesn't have it during the day or anything, she just has it when she goes to sleep. But these ones are really good, and we also use the Mam colic bottles. I haven't got one of those to show you purely because they're all sterilising at the moment, but I will link them down below for you so you can have a look at those because they're really useful, and she seems to prefer those to the Tommy Tippy ones that we did have. So it's kind of trial and error. Buy like one of something, see how they like them, and then get like Amazon Prime and just order some more of them. One last thing from Amazon as well was this nappy caddy. Everybody has these, but they are really useful to just have like downstairs and have everything you need in one place, and you're not kind of traipsing about trying to get things, and it kind of makes everything look a bit tidier as well. So yeah, that is everything, my basic baby buys. I will do a things I regret buying one, and I'm also going to do like a big buys as well, but I need to kind of collate things a little bit more for that, I think. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this nonetheless, and I'll see you soon. Bye!